This is my favorite. I guess it's oldies day. Hey everyone, welcome back. We're just getting ready to head out for the day. I just got back from a trip in Tucson. This video is not going to be in sync with a normal trip, but we're going to do it anyway because we're going to have some fun today. I got to take this truck up to the shop and get it serviced, but I've got to deliver my tech flow load up in Layton. Well, to do all that, I need to take the spare truck. I'm going to be able to take the 76 up to Layton, about an hour drive, maybe hour and a half, something like that, depending on traffic. So we're going to take that and we're going to see how much fun we can have with it. We're dropping this off to get it serviced. So he's going to be at that for an hour or two. So we're going to be in this for a little bit. So we got to check the fuel and then we'll get going. I am no expert on twin sticks, and where this one's kind of unusual, the 10-speed with the 4-speed Brownie, I'm not claiming to be perfect, and I don't drive it all the time, so when you switch trucks around, that's kind of what happens. Maybe this will be more of a comedy show, so we got to head up to Layton and we'll get this load delivered. Just a 10-speed with the Brownie. So I won't use this until I get up to speed. I'm lazy. We got had a little trouble. Tried to use that pump next door here, and it just never was going to work. And this one, the other problem I had was this lid. It's the old style that squishes up that gasket, and I couldn't get it to come out of the hole. So I had to call Troy. He drove this thing the most. And you loosen that up, and then you twist the whole cap a quarter turn, and lo and behold, it comes right out. So I had half a tank. They were worried that it was kind of low, so we stopped for fuel. Okay, we're all fueled up. Now we can go. Some of these places when they're doing construction like that. Now we got to go down all the way around the block just to get out. got up here to Layton. The old girl did all right. Once you figure out how to drive it, it's not too bad. My SD card ran out on my GoPro, so we're back to the phone until I can take some of the stuff off of there. But anyway, we're gonna untarp and get this unloaded and head back down. Okay, well, we got up here, got unloaded, everything came off okay. The drive up was interesting in this truck, but once we figured it out, it wasn't too bad. Now we'll just head on home. I would film some more, but my camera SD card is full, so, and I can't hold the phone, so. I guess it's oldies day, so I'm over at the mechanic shop, and I guess he's done with this, and I'm driving it back over to our yard. So this is the 77 with the 60-inch sleeper, and this is my favorite of all of them. So we'll drive this back over. It's always fun getting back in something, not knowing how it does it. So this one you gotta do the button. Yeah, Mark used to drive this one. Hasn't really done much since he retired about a year ago. Yeah, see, it's got the walk-in. But this has got the big opening, and on the 76 they just cut out the window and made it a sit-down. But these seats have more room between because that one's sitting on the floor and the other one has some kind of compartment underneath the passenger seat, so you only have about half this much room. Really hard to get between the seats. Okay, well, we're back in my truck. We got it all serviced. It's kind of fun to go old school for a day. We got to drive the 76A model with the smaller sleeper, and then even got to go over and grab 77, the one with the bigger sleeper. This weekend we got a crane move up in Boise, and we're going to need everything we got, so I guess that's why they're getting everything back. Just a couple of thoughts about the difference. I like the comforts and everything that the new trucks have, but it is fun to go back and drive something old just to kind of reminisce. But there's definitely some problems with some of the older stuff. Roof height is one. I kept hitting my head on some bumps. Power is a little bit of an issue, but with that load it wasn't going to matter. The no power steering was kind of a pain. The access to the sleeper is a little bit of an issue because it's got the box underneath the seat, and it pushes it over towards the center, so you only have about half this much space in between the seats. And then it had the window that they just cut out to make it a sit down, so you don't even have that much room in the window area. I didn't really notice that until I got in the 77, and it has the full opening, and it does make a difference. So after all that, we're back in this, and it's nice to be home, but it's fun to drive the old stuff. So anyway, that'll wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.